Sure, go ahead. And
All right.
if you don't mind, I'm gonna record it also on my for my own reference.
Okay, that's fine. Hold on one second, and I'm gonna try and put you on our speakerphone so I can record the conversation.
Alrighty, sounds good.
All right. Are you there still?
Yes, I am indeed.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Shaban, what I'd like to do is, as I mentioned before, this um, complaint that you submitted to us identifies that you've been receiving stereotype and um, other issues related to the services that you've been receiving from the Department of Rehabilitation. On the form, you identify race, color, disability, ancestry, religious, political opinion, and also reasonable accommodation, client and consumer services, and then other denying services. So let's start with that one first. Currently, are you a client of the department?
Yes, I was until a couple of months ago. Let me just give you highlights so we know where you know where we're going and where I come from. In 2008, I got injured mentally, and I was in disability from uh, January 28, 2008, and until now, I finally got my Social Security uh,
Okay.
disability. Now,
All right.
now I went back then when I was still working at the dealership. I was at working for a Ford dealership, and I was in this business for almost 18 years at the time. It started in 1990. I worked in too many, with actually three different Ford dealerships. I'm a long term. I stay, and I was very good at what I do. And again, because who I am, where I come from, and my political views, I'm an activist. I'm a very educated man in terms of religion and politics and everything else. I travel and I have a lot of credentials, and I mean, there is wealth of knowledge and in terms of anything that I do. I am
Okay.
my performance is always excellency. Now,
All right.
uh, during this period with Ford, I have not got a chance to be promoted. In fact, they were sending me, and the first time I went to the red carpet lease, a half a car school. The dealership paid for it in Philadelphia, and it was December of 1996, I believe. And I went there and I got certified to be a release manager for the dealership for the red carpet lease. And when I came back to the dealership where I used to work before, which was Don Cott Ford, it's out of business right now. It was in LA, Carson. Um, I went back and he said, "Oh well," I said, "Well, you sent me to become a lease manager, you know. So what? You guys pay a lot of money, and oh well, we'll let you know, and this and that, and and he already gave a couple of people that they don't have the credentials that I have the job. Anyway, so I quit and I went and I started in another dealership at Laverne, also Los Angeles County, and I was there for 5 years. And this store, I met one of the managers at the school, at the class, so the half a car school. And he was most of all the people that they were there with, they were upper managements. They weren't salespeople. So when I talked to him, he said, "Oh well, we hiring. Just give me a call when you get back." So when I got back, I started there at Pearson Ford in Laverne in January 4th, I think, of 2000 and no, wait a minute, that was in '95. I'm sorry. The school was December of '95, and the job at Pearson Ford was in January of '96. And I started there, and I was doing most of the lease return, but I wasn't given the title. So, and I didn't mind because I doubled my income. I made 95. I was making approximately for the last 5 years at Duncut. I was making around maybe 45 to 50 grand, 55. And then when I went to there, I topped 100 grand that year. So I doubled my income. And that's why I didn't mind. Now in 2001, 2000, it's the same thing. I dealt with the same thing. I applied for to be a finance manager or a closer or which I was doing the job. That's the sad thing. Everywhere I go, they have me do the manager job and train people to be managers. However, they will never give me the opportunity or the chance, and they will hire from outside, and they will ask me to train them. Anyway, so I went and I quit Person Ford and I went at Fairway Ford. The same thing happened, but what is really didn't bother me that I was making money and I am married and divorced and paying child support and everything, and I'm going through the grind and I'm doing my job and I'm paying my taxes, and like I said, outstanding citizen. Now, in 2000, since I got there, the discrimination and the racial profiling, especially after the 9/11, all right, I would get investigated by FBI agents. They would come to the dealership pretending that they are this and they are that, and they were the racial remarks were made against my daughters and against me. Where's your Kamal Muhammad? Why your cousins are blowing whatever? Why? And they are the one they committing the heinous crime, financial and otherwise, conning the feds, the Department of Labor, the department, and they committing fraud and committing crimes, heinous financial crimes, and then they harassing me because where I come from and what I stand for. Now, in 2007, well, actually before that, I just had it, and I was a single father at the time. I have my 3 daughters staying with me, and I got out of the business because I was so, sick to my stomach what's going on, and I went and I started a gardening business, and but it didn't work because when my daughter came to stay with me, I need a steady job and with insurance and so on and so forth, Anyway, I went back to the dealership at the Fairway Ford. I left a couple of times and I work a manager at other dealerships, namely Anaheim Mitsubishi for almost a year, and then Theodore Robbins in Costa Mesa. It's a Ford dealer. Also, I worked there as a finance manager for a year, almost a year, and then I came back to Fairway Ford because I am from Placentia, Belinda area. I've been there since 86, on and off. And then I went back there, and I said comfortable. My daughter is going to school there, everything, and I can just leave the dealership and take them to the school and take them to the doctor and take care of my daughters. Well, during this time, when I left to Anaheim Mitsubishi, was a guy that I trained at Fairway Ford, and he became a finance manager, and I was still training him when he was doing the job there at Fairway Ford. And then he quit. He went to Anaheim Mitsubishi, and he worked as a desk manager after, and then he called me when I got out of the business, and he asked me to come and work as a finance manager. I went there and I was the only one at the time. I was training another finance manager. I live in the dealership, and yet they lay me off, that person. So I went back I was making good money too at the time. And then they were committing fraud and everything, and I'm the one signing contracts. And I confronted them and I told the vice president that you guys are committing fraud and I don't want to put my signature there. That's why they lay me off. I'm talking about, again, big heinous crimes. And the DMV and the Department of Justice and the Department of Labor and they terrorize people that they are decent, as myself, like myself. Now, in 2007, I started taking, I couldn't sleep. I could not sleep because they started declaring that Ken Avila guy He has a hard on for me because he's afraid, because I used to buy deals for him, to get the deals done with for the commercial lending and for the finance and everything. I used to do his job and even the general manager job for them and all that, and not get paid for it for free, just to be, that's who I am. And then I started not going to sleep. Went to, and I started taking antidepressant medications, and until now I don't sleep 3 4 hours. If I do 4 hours, I'm really doing good. Let me close the door here because I'm sorry I'm loud and obnoxious. Uh, Now they not, it's not only that, but they started saying heinous crimes against my children. They will tell me, management, they will tell me, you should be appreciative that you are in the United States of America. If you are in Cairo, your daughter would be raped. My daughter was 11 or 12 at the time. She will be raped in the streets, and there is not a damn thing you're going to do about Muhammad. You're a terrorist. They wanted to be that evil. That's when I decided, Kevin, that I would take a stand and fight. All right. In 2008, I don't remember when, I filed a complaint with the Department of Unfair Employment and Unfair Housing, because I did file before against, and that was it. Now, I was signed with the Department of Rehabilitation, Orange County in Anaheim, and I don't remember very, very well now, but around 2007, 2008. Well, I was still working, because I wasn't making money. I couldn't even pay my rent. I couldn't not put food in the table for my daughters, because they were trying to force me out. And then 2008 or 2007, I got with a single mom, lives in the same complex, has 2 daughters. I have 3 daughters. She has 3 kids. And when I used to go to work, she watch my daughters, and when she goes to work, I watch her daughters, because we work different shifts. And the girls, they go to school together, everything good, and we got together, and then she got pregnant, and then we have Matthew. Now, that's also didn't go well by the community. I'm a Muslim, and my daughter's here, and they started now committing heinous crime, and it was just a fight. Now, it intensified after I filed a complaint with the Department of Fair Employment and Housing. And then I filed another complaint with the Department of Fair Employment and Housing against the apartment complex, which I did file before, but these departments, they work with, I already gone through there. I filed with the Department of Justice. I went to the Attorney General office in Los Angeles, in Orange County, in Riverside, everywhere I could, just to file. I thought that, I can walk and file a citizen complaint, like they always say, democracy and the human rights and equality and instead, I was retaliated against by the whole country. Police departments, the counties of Orange, Riverside, San Bernardino, Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, all right, and the Department of Justice, the FBI started harassing me, and then I was beat up, tased, and put in jail, and my children were kidnapped, and everything was legal. They did it justifying everything. Until now, I don't see my 2 little children, and I don't know that nobody giving me an answer. The Department of Injustice. Until now. Until now,
you haven't seen your children?
No, I haven't seen my 2 my little ones, because they were 2. One was born in jail when I was in jail, because I spent almost a year and some in jail. Recently, they got me. I got housing, and the Fullerton Police Department got me out of the housing, put me in jail, and then the housing kicked me out, and I'm homeless. And I've been now, I've been without income since 2008 or 2009 because I got the state disability for a year. And they said, oh, no, that's not work-related injuries. I just had my case and I went to, and I fired lawyers and I did everything myself. I thought, man, this is the United States of America. I can do, I didn't do any crimes. And all this was just because who I am and what I stand for. I started a nonprofit. I already filed a 501c3, and I am an activist now. You can see my website. You can just Google my name and see all my videos, and I do everything. And I'm still, thank God, alhamdulillah, it turns to be good because I seen how they victimize the masses. And now I am an activist for these people, for those that they can raise their voice and stand up and say, hey, we've been violated or crimes being committed against us. Now, in 2013 was the last time I have my kids at that apartment, that house in Rancho Santa Margarita, South County, Orange County. In in November of 2013 or early December of 2013, I had my daughter and my son. My daughter is 5 years old. My son is 7. They would come and visit with me and in the weekend, and their mom, with the help of the sheriff department, Orange County Sheriff Department, okay, legally kidnapped my children. Both of them. Well, I called the sheriff and I told them. She said that she's gonna. I am concerned. She's making threats. She wants to take the kids. And do you know why I have the kids? Because her elderly parents were the one that the caregiver for these two children, and they are over 65 years old. A lot of health problems. They live in a retirement home, okay, and they can't have to watch children 24/7 when she goes to work. Even in the weekend when she goes out, she dump the children to her parents, don't pay them. And then the parents called me and said, these children need their father. They are the one beg of me to go and visit with my children. This is how screwed up our system is. All right? Only because who I am and what I stand for. Again. Now, so I went to them and I got them and I told them I'll help you out because those are my, it's my responsibility, my children. I've been a mom and a dad and everything for my kids. I have 8 children, 2 grandchildren, and I still talk to all of them, except to the older one because they are men and women. They have their own lives, and but the little ones, I don't let a day or two go without talking to them, except to the little ones. The last time I talked to them was a little bit over a year ago. Well, no, she called me to set me up again to have a restraining order. It's sickening. It is sickening because she is Donnell Bettencourt and I am Mohammed Shaban. And you know what the strange thing is? That since I got married to a Mexican, I have 2 Caucasians, all right, for long-term relationships. I have 4 babies mamas, I'm sorry. An African American, my oldest daughter. My 2 boys are from a Mexican lady. My 3 daughters from a Caucasian from the South, from Louisiana originally. And then the Matthew and Jasmine are from a Caucasian from here, from Anaheim. All right. They didn't go anywhere. They all said, "Oh, we are concerned to get the child support and to abuse the children and to be put in the system because that's how the system promotes. They wanted recipients." They only go and say, "My husband's name is Mohammed Shaban and he's from Egypt." That's it. No more. They don't have to even to proceed and say anything else. and the job is done for them. All right? And that's how I've been. That's what I've been against, Kevin. And I'm so disappointed to the point that right now all my work and activism for people that I seen that being victimized, because I find that what it has truth to it. There is some people are more vulnerable and victimized than others, but the system victimize whoever they can get away with. And I've been helping since I got my social security. Every penny of it goes to my nonprofit. I am helping homeless people with children, single moms. I am helping people with mental illnesses. I'm helping people to get them to pay their bills, the housing, trying to kick them out. I am doing everything I could, wherever I can, for whomever I can. I don't see color, I don't see the race or what have you. And I'm doing that because I am a father, and I've been I've been crucified and fought because I am a good father. That's the only thing. Just because my name and what I stand for. Now, when I went to the Department of Rehabilitation, as usual, and I've been in the system for so long, and I really, nobody proved me that I was wrong. In 2010, October of 2010, they said that they're running out of funding, and they canceled my, my account or whatever. In 2000, I think 11 or so, I tried to go to Riverside, and they want to put me through the whole process again, do the application. I said I was with the Anaheim. I tried to go back to Anaheim many times, Orange County. Orange County, they don't like Muhammad Shaban. The minute they hear my name, they put every obstacle, normal thing that it can be done. No, I have to prove this, and I have to prove this. I have to prove that I'm breathing. They stole my citizenship, my passport, to my children IDs, my children birth certificate, immunization card from the storage. The police went there and got it. They put me in jail, and they did that. They kidnapped my children, shipped them over out of the state. And there is nothing hidden, Kevin. And nothing hidden. Everything is documented. And everybody's sending me a letter. Who did what and when? Would you please just specifically tell us? And if you don't tell us within 6 days and 3 hours and 5 seconds, we know that you are not. It's unbelievable. And I'm taking a lot of medication, and I still can't sleep. Now, in 2000, when I went to the rehabilitation, I was the work month compensation going. The state did it, and then there was no record of it and all that. But anyway, I explained to them why I'm doing that, because they said I wanted to be an interpreter, an Arabic interpreter, so I can work for the government or for the court or what have you. And I went to the Los Angeles certification, for the court reporter thing, court interpreter, and the Department of Rehabilitation pay for it. It was David Lujan, or David, I don't remember. He was a very, very kind, professional counsel that I have, young man. He was awesome. And he was actually, I felt like he's my friend, because he will advise me, he will sympathize with my situation, and he will say, I don't believe that they're doing that to you, Muhammad, you are a good man. He was an excellent person. And then he was removed from the case. I don't know. Anyway, he told me that he sent me a letter, and all this, it's went to the ADD, went to the Workman Compensation, went to the Department of Justice, went to the everywhere. Everyone knows. In nothing hidden. And then I said I'm doing this, and I started studying the law. I got a book, and I started reading, and I started learning, and study the Constitution of the United States of America. I did that all on my own. Okay, I volunteer for a language league in Washington D.C. that they take volunteer. They call me, and I'm still discriminated against, even though I am giving them my service for free. I wanted sign up that language, whatever league, whatever interpreter or what have you. They recommended that there is the Special Olympic in 2014, and they wanted me to go there and work with the Special Olympic team from Iraq, because I was in Iraq, and I know how to. I know the protocol. I know the custom. I know everything. And these people, they would love to talk to me because I will speak their language. I know how to talk to them. And then they banned me. I didn't pass the security clearance. And he said, "Oh no, well, yeah, no,
You did not pass. You
no,
did not pass security
no."
clearance.
Uh-huh.
By which department?
By Orange County. Orange County, I told you, they have a hard on for me. They love me there. Orange County, the county of Orange, because I file against everyone. I talked to judges, and I told them, "Oh yeah, sure, you were looking for, I called them the county clerk, collection clerks, because all they wanted just to collect the money from people. That's what they put them in the system, to put them in account and collect the money. That's what they do. They don't do any judges or any justice or anything." And of course, they discriminate. They look at me like I'm an insect. When I go.
Let me ask a question. You did not pass the security clearance for Orange County.
Yeah, well, because this is where my address is. So when I wanted to, I'll tell you why they didn't want me to go. Okay, because the lady that she was doing I don't remember. I have her emails. Everything is documented. She have no clue. And when I went to there, I was supposed to work for that translation, whatever league, international league. Well, I have it here. You send me emails and everything. I'm a member. I've been a member since 2011. And then I was supposed to be working for them, and that it was held in UCLA or UC California University somewhere in LA. And when I went to there, she met me and she said, "Oh man, that's why." And she said, "Oh no, 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 I want you to work with me. You're gonna be going to the hotel, the airport, getting them. You're gonna stay in there where they staying, and you're gonna do everything. You're gonna be babysitting them. All right." And I said, "Oh well, I would love to." And I told her now that league that I belong to, that they are referring us to them, to the Special Olympic team, non-profit that they do in events. They are not paying the volunteers. But when I do that, when I sign with that organization, they do pay. They send you assignments all over the world, and usually the federal government hire from there, and then give them that a volunteer jobs, and then if they like them, they kind of offer them a job to work for the federal government or corporate America overseas. Now, when they did that, I was way overqualified, and I have my nonprofit already. I have my 501c3, and I give her a card. So they felt that they felt threatened that I will take the business from them, because I am educated. I am from Egypt originally. I travel all over the Middle East and Europe. I have a lot of education and a lot of credentials and a lot of work history that is very rich and is very international. And they thought that this guy, with being a non-profit organization, can sign with this Olympic, with the government would like to have Muhammad Shaban rather than. That's why they banned me from going there and said, "Oh well, I didn't pass clearance." I said, oh, really? Okay, well, fine. You guys. And I went to that day, I tried to go to the American Civil Liberties because I was in Los Angeles. And I made a video and I put it in YouTube. That's where I started making my videos, actually, when my children were kidnapped by the Orange County in 2000 and December of 2013. That's where I started making my videos. Now I have more than 1,600 or 1,700 videos. I have 100, almost 150 or more on 150,000 viewers. It's going around 15 average, 1,500 a day now, and I have like 150 followers. And I am doing my work, and I'm enjoying it. Alhamdulillah, even though I don't sleep, but I am doing great in otherwise. Now,
Okay.
uh,
So, Mr. Shaban,
yes,
what
sir.
I'd like to is ask if you can focus on your experience with the Department of Rehabilitation, and
Okay.
specifically the denial of services that you identified in your complaint.
Yes, sir. Okay. I went. I told you until 2010 when they stopped. Now, when I went to Riverside, it was nearly impossible to go back, especially getting my medication, and I've been hospitalized many times and so on and so forth. Okay, it's just a difficult procedure, and when you go there, they tell, oh no, we don't have funds for this, we don't have this, we don't have that, we can help you here, we can. I said all I wanted to do my get my my interpreter or my translator, and now I am doing that on my own. I am trying to get to Georgetown University International Studies, but anyway, now in 2014, yeah, 2014, I went to Santa Barbara,
Okay.
and I went again to the Department of Rehabilitation. Okay, now what is the difference now, Kevin? After June of 2014, I become disabled by the Social Security Administration. All right. When you go to any service by the state, any of the state, you should get the federal assistance that you qualify for, and the state should. There's no if and buts and and. Now I am a mental disabled person, mentally and physically disabled. Okay, I go to the Department of Mental Health. It doesn't matter what county I am at to get my medication and my psychiatrist and so on and so forth and psychologist. And I am homeless, and my income qualified to get housing, Section 8. It doesn't matter where from. Department of Rehabilitation, Department of Human Services, department, I qualify all of them, hands down. I don't have to prove anything, I don't have to say anything, but yet I told them to pay for I was going to apply for that. I got a scholarship offered by the federal government to the Georgetown School of English, and that was 2012, 2013, 2014. I applied 3 times, and I went this time to the Department of to give me transportation to go because I did not have my income back then. I did not have my Social Security when I went to the Department of Rehabilitation. I said, can you give me at least a train ticket? Pay for it so I can go and get that, do the interview, and they have that league. It was the chapter has a meeting in Los Angeles, and I wanted to attend. Well, we have to. The only time they pay me, I don't know, $15 or some that whatever, and that was it. The first time in the interview when I went in Santa Barbara, and that's not a new thing. Everywhere I go, it doesn't matter where it is, but with the Department of Rehabilitation, namely, because that's what you're asking me, they will say, "Oh, where are you from?" I say, "Well, what it matters? I'm an American citizen." Oh, no, you have to tell us where you. No, I don't. And when I say that I don't, that's unconstitutional to ask me. And if I don't want to disclose this information, I have the liberty to do so. I'm a citizen of this country. They get so nasty. They look at you like you are, and they start treating you like an insect again. All right. Now, that interviewer, when I went there, the worker from the department of at the office in Santa Barbara, I asked for the manager. I always ask for the manager, and the manager comes and she says, "Oh well, she's doing her job, and then well, we're gonna work with somebody else. Oh well, the housing, we don't have any recommendation. You got to go to the housing and put your name there." And I know that they are keeping the funds and pushing people to the curb, especially the minorities.
What is the name of the person you spoke to at
Kevin, everything is documented. I don't remember now, man. You go and check from my records. All right,
Okay,
my
I can
records,
do that.
my records from Santa Barbara, Anaheim, the first one, and then Riverside. I don't know if Riverside ever signed me up or not, but I went many times there. Okay, so you go and check all of this. I told you, I give you the dates. I will give you my name. I will give you my social security, and you go and confirm all of this. Because I am tired of all. Wallahi, I am tired. I am tired indeed. I got jacked. I'm sorry. I got jerked around, jacked around, and crimes were justified against me and my children, and still are. Just because who I am, and there is no hidden things. There is no hidden things, Kevin. I'm not stupid. If they treating us like we're stupid, we are not. I am not stupid. I've been around the block a couple of times and a half, and I love this place, and I love anywhere I go, and I perform it to the max. Not because I'm a Muslim that people have to assume and say, oh well, who did what? I don't have the burden of proof, Kevin. All I say that there is crimes being committed against me and millions of us that are witness, thousands that are witness. Now the department that are doing an investigation, go and see if these allegations are true or not. And everything is supported. The government is spying on me as we speak. They are.
Mr. Khan,
Yeah, go
tell
ahead.
me about your reasonable accommodation. Which reasonable accommodation did you apply for?
Well, this is a Department of Mental Health, Department of Health Services, and when you go to any of the departments of the states, okay, they coordinate the efforts and give you what this is some that is from the federal government, Kevin. So they call it. Uh,
Let me ask, did you apply for reasonable accommodation with the Department of Rehab?
Of course, I did. Well, they know that I'm homeless and everything, and I told them yes, and they were sending me to the house. They were sending to the house, huh?
When did you apply for a reasonable accommodation with the Department of Rehabilitation?
Oh, since I've been homeless, Kevin. Since I've been homeless in 2009, I've been homeless August of 2009 in every county and in every city that I went to.
Okay.
I apply. This is some that people don't have to do. This is some that is coming from as an American citizen with Disability Act 1990. Kevin, go and please look it up. The Medicaid that the state has to. It's been allocated a lot of money been allocated for the recipients. The state is pushing everybody to the curb and keeping them in accounts. And this is nothing hidden no more, Kevin. There's nothing hidden no more, my friend. So that's they know that I'm homeless and I'm jobless because I got housing from the county of Riverside according to that uh, reasonable accommodation thing. They call it the homeless prevention rapid program. H
Okay.
HPRP. Yes, HPRP.
ERP?
Yes, P as in Paul.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
and then that was in September of 2000. If you want to write the dates, 2000. 2010, September of 2010, until January of 2012. Now, I got it again from Orange County from May of 2013 to March of 2014. Yeah, from May 2013 to March 5th of 2014. And then I apply for it again, Kevin, I'm sorry, in Riverside, in Orange County, in Santa Barbara, since that time, and San Bernardino, You see, there is not a stone that I didn't turn. There is no avenue that I didn't go to. And they know exactly who I am. They just Google Mohammed Shaban without any birth date or anything. And they know exactly who I am and what I eat and who I talk to and how many times I took my Skittles or not. They know everything, Kevin. And the state is just plain dumb. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to attack you or anyone that works there, because we're all doing a job and trying to survive. But the state doing everything and anything to victimize people and push them to the curb. And that's a fact. There is no other way to finesse it. And I'm sorry that this is what I discover. And I'm very disappointed, because this is not what I thought I am in. Since 2008 or 2007, when I went there and I tried to challenge and see if this is really as they claim to be or not, and I found it very disappointing. Very disappointing. We are a lot worse than Egypt in the 70s. Because I was a law man, I was a law enforcement, I was a police officer in the streets of Cairo. I work everywhere. I work in the embassy in England. I have a bachelor degree from a School of Commerce, Alexandria University, in 1978. I travel everywhere, and I work everywhere. Yes, go ahead, man. Yes.
Tell me about your experience as it relates to someone with the DOR denying you services related to your religion, your ancestry, or your disability, or your race.
Well, this is what I've been telling you, Kevin. It at the Department of Rehabilitation from 2007 or 2008, when I first signed up with them in Anaheim, Orange County, California. And then when I went to try to sign again in Riverside in 2010 or 2011, I don't remember. And then when I went to went back to Anaheim in 2012 or whatever, and then I went back to, and you see the thing about me, Kevin, I don't go online and do all this nonsense. I go and I walk in and I ask for a counsel of the day or whatever, and then I sit there and I give them my social security number, and then they ask me questions. Oh yeah, we see you here, but you've been your case is closed and you have to reapply and you have to redo this and you have to do this, the interview. And I did it many times everywhere I go. And everywhere I go, they don't tell you, but no one is going to tell you, oh, well, because you are a Muslim and your name is Muhammad and you are a disabled and you are. They are not going to tell you that, Kevin. I don't, they just commit the act. And all I'm asking the department to investigate this. Everything it should be from your end. It should be recorded. You guys are the state. And you're trying to investigate whether this took place or not. I'm just alleging. I might be lying, but go and check the records again. I give you my social. You know everything. You got it. And
the reason I ask is because when we have a complaint like yours,
Uh-huh.
We have to get the details related to what the experience is. And if I'm not mistaken, I heard you say that no one has told you that you're not receiving services because of your Muslim or you're from Egypt or those kind of things.
What do you think, Kevin? Now you're insulting my intelligence, and I'm sorry. I got to just say that you're insulting my intelligence, Kevin. There is
Okay.
not none of them acted to prove me wrong. Otherwise, they won't declare it. What do you think? People incriminize themselves and they say, "Oh, well, you are F or whatever." Come on, Kevin. I
Yeah,
went to the. Yeah,
I
wait,
understand
wait,
what you're
wait, 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 Kevin. Yeah, wait.
I completely understand what you're saying.
Yes.
However, because what you wrote in the form identifies your race, your disability, your ancestry, and religious and political opinion, I need to know which persons made comments or acted because of those things.
All of them, Kevin. And I don't look, man. Look, Kevin. Again, as I told you in the beginning, I don't go and take a person there and put their name, and then you guys go and do. It's not right. I wouldn't tell them that you did this or did that. I'm talking about a policy from the state that is being conducted, and it is all racist and discriminatory. It's not the people that they work. Everybody doing the best with what they got, Kevin. We are all American citizens, and we are trying to be good, and we are trying to help, and we are. The system itself that I'm against. I'm not trying to throw somebody under a bus like they did call me from the Department of Industrial Relations for the same thing. It's the policies of that department itself that it's victimizing the masses. Okay, now there is some that make remarks, but I'm not gonna say no names, Kevin. That she told me, oh well, Middle Easterns, man, do this. I said, man, why you doing this? This is what they call Orientalism. Go and read and get educated, please. Muslim men from the Middle East, and they do this, and it's everywhere, Kevin, and there's nothing hidden. Come on, man. And I'm not saying that there is people are ignorant, and if they do this, I want goes there and sit testify against a human being like myself that trying to support her family or his family and doing the right thing. The state has to look at all of this and investigate the policies that is pushing everyone again, pushing everyone to the curb to embezzle the money in our names. This is what I'm against, not a person. Yeah, go ahead.
I understand.
Go ahead, man.
But what we have to look at is what you provided for us in terms of your experience with the Department of Rehabilitation. So my focus is what you've identified here as your race and disability. By the way, what is your disability?
My disability is mental and physical. I've been diagnosed. You wanna get the report from the Social Security Administration. It was determined by an expert, medical, psychiatric, and vocational experts in front of a federal judge from the Social Security Administration, based on the interview and the evidence and all the doctor reports and all the hospital organization and all.
Right. So with that in mind, because you have identified yourself as an individual with a disability, you should be eligible for all services from the Department of Rehabilitation.
Well, that was not the case. I'm sorry, Kevin. That was not the case. I'm telling you, that's why I filed complaint. And look, I was during this time when I go to any office, Kevin, and I file a complaint. I find that this case is again, it's a culture. This is how the department do things. Okay, they victimize everyone and they push them to the curb. Everyone. There's some people are more targeted because we are labeled as a terrorist. So we will be all running scared. Oh no, I'm not gonna stand up and fight because I'm a terrorist. This is what Orientalism is all about. To make people, to label people and racially profile them, to victimize them and continue to commit the crimes and justify these crimes. That's,
Okay, Mr.
go
Shaban,
ahead.
can you identify which services you were denied, please?
Uh, Everything, like you said, everything that I should qualify for as being an American with disability, Social Security recipients, and
No,
on.
specifically from the Department of Rehabilitation.
Okay, I told you, Kevin. I already told you through the. I told you the whole story, and I think I am a very detailed person. There is. I try to get service to transportation, education, to get my certification for interpreter. I try to get them to contact the School of English in Georgetown and give them some kind of everything, housing when I was homeless there. All right, social service, medical attention. Everything was non-profit organization that they come and get your information, give you the money. They just push you to them so they can get all this money in your name and push you to the curb. Bottom line, bottom line, and it's all. Most of them are county. I'm sorry, a county or a state affiliated. So when someone file a complaint, they say, oh, well, that's not the county or the state. This is a nonprofit organization. This is, it's not, yes, yes.
The focus here is which services you were denied
I already
from the
told you.
Department
I
of
already told.
Rehabilitation. I heard you say that you were denied transportation for Georgetown. You were denied interpreter education services to go to Georgetown. Any other services from the Department of Rehabilitation
Housing,
you were denied?
housing. When you are there is they work with the Department of Health Services,
Okay.
and there is a worker, a care coordinator that comes to the Department of Rehabilitation and interview recipients and help them with these certain things. Okay, so that's what I said. Everything is affiliated with the state. The state allocate all of this and send people to the different departments, and they have that council or that organization to come and help these recipients and allocate the services for them. They coordinate everything, so I don't have to go and chase. Even though I went to the housing and I went to the Department of Mental Health and I went to everywhere, Kevin. And yet they come there and they jerk you around and they get you dizzy. And then they get nasty when you stand up and you said you guys are violating our rights. They get nasty. They wanted to shoot you. I'm sorry, but they really get nasty and they look at you like you're an insect or something. How come you standing up and telling us that you've been violated or crimes being committed against you and the masses, also other people? I took people, I walked people, I took them by the hand from the streets, homeless people, and I talked to them, I take them there. I took a 76 years old that blind, a white guy. I took him there. And I said, here, you can do this, you can do that. I'll do your email, and I try to help everyone that I can, Kevin. I took a deaf person. Yeah.
What I need to do, Mr. Shaban, is review the case information related to your experience with the Department of Rehabilitation. I heard you say you were with Orange County, DOR, Riverside County.
Yes. Riverside, I don't think, Kevin, Kevin, Riverside, I don't think that they ever signed me up. I went and I gone through the interview a couple of times, and then because I am homeless, I think but they will have my information. There is a worker, there is a counselor there that I talked to, and I went to an interview with her, and she called me a couple of times, and then we're supposed to continue with the service, and then after that, I moved to Santa Barbara or some because I look for a place to live, a safe, clean place to live. Every time I go somewhere, that's why I move a lot to
All right.
have. Yes, go ahead.
Give me an opportunity to review your case history with the department, and I will look into the information that you provided, and we can make the determination of what you've given us here, um, and get back in touch with you.
Thank you, Kevin, and I'm sorry if I was loud and obnoxious. I don't mean to be malice to you personally.
I don't take this personally.
All right.
I know you're frustrated. I understand that, and so it's not about me.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Okay.
You have a good day.
All right. Thanks for doing.
Alrighty. You too. Bye bye.
Okay. To conclude the conversation with Mohammed Shaban, today is Friday, September 11, 2015. The time is 11:43 a.m. This is Kevin Beaches, EEO investigator with the Office of Civil Rights for the Department of Rehabilitation. There was no leader into this conversation.